Let's go, let's go, let's go. Please ball here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is going to be my waiver wire tiers list for week 4. So I'm going to go a little deeper dive than most people. I'm going to go 17 players on this one that you see down below. I'm going to do a ballers tier, which I think is, I'll say 40 to 50% fab and only for that. And then tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and some sleepers into it as we go. As always, guys, if you like the content, like and subscribe to help your boy out. We are chasing 1,000 subs. And let's start balling, baby. Number 1, the only guy. Well, I'll put 2 up here probably, but my sleeper all year, 50% plus fab on Devon Achane is 100% worth it. This man was just the top scorer of the week with 51 fantasy points, 200 plus rushing yards, 4 touchdowns. What else can you like in a fast-moving offense that's probably the best in the NFL? And you have Raheem Mostert, who is always that injury risk scared running back. So Raheem Mostert has played 54% of the games over the past 5 years. So that's something to think about. He's also 31 years old. And if anything happens, this is boom, smash play to the moon. Give me all the Devon Achane I could get. The only other baller I'll put for a 40 to 50% fab, which is just crazy to me, is Tank Dell. I mean, this guy, guys, is number 11 in PPR scoring overall through 3 weeks. I don't know how many people even know that. So 6 points game 1, 20 points game 2, 25 snap share, target share, everything going up. CJ Stroud looks amazing, which is why CJ Stroud is going to go right here. CJ Stroud is a startable quarterback. Tank Dell is a startable wide receiver. I mean, I'll say high in wide receiver 3, maybe low in wide receiver 2 at the volume he's getting. Everyone thought Nico Collins was popping off, and then boom, Tank Dell pops off. So that's, the worrisome thing is who's going to have the bigger day. But CJ Stroud averaging 300 pass yards a game, third in pass attempts. I mean, they pass the ball 45.4 times a game, which is third in the NFL. The volume is always going to be there. I didn't think the Texans would be playing ahead against the Jags, and they still aired it out. So, I mean, it's kind of sucks for Dameon Pierce owners, but this is a pass-heavy Texans offense, and I love the way it looks for the future. You can start C.J. Stroud in a 1 QB league at this point. Now, these two are going to go together here. So, most people are going to want Quentin Johnston, and this is Josh Palmer to the left. So they're going to want the electric rookie just because the name and the hype and, Quentin Johnston. But Staley just said today that we're going to bring along QJ slow. And this guy's going to be like most people's number 1 waiver wire is Palmer. I'm putting him at my 4. But Josh Palmer, to me, will be the better play. He knows Herbert, knows the system better, been in it longer. I mean, look at Mike Williams' numbers. 27 points as the wide receiver 2. Josh Palmer should be a must-add and as a flex startable player weekly against the Raiders, too, this week. Justin Herbert averages like 315 yards against the Raiders. He shreds them every single time. Must-add Josh Palmer. I'll say QJ is a nice add. You could use a high waiver pick on it. I don't know how much fab. It's like 20% maybe because you're playing the long game with him. I don't know how, if he's going to electrify it right away. But I'll put him at number 5. Number 6 is going to be Tutu Atwell. So, guys, Tutu is averaging 13.3 fantasy points per game. Okay, so if you move this to Tank Dell's, right? Tank Dell's averaging 17.4. And Tutu got a touchdown taken away last week. So, and he was inbounds, man. I watched that replay like 3 times. He did not step out of bounds. You give him that touchdown, and Tutu Atwell instantly becomes a top 15 wide receiver through the first 3 weeks, which is crazy to me. But the problem here is that you're doing it as a 1 week buy to me, So if you're like 0-3 or 1-2, you make this play right here. But, Cooper Kupp comes back. I don't see Tutu Atwell seeing the most routes like he is. The number 1 in routes ran is Tutu Atwell. I don't see that happening. I mean, it is a 1 week buy. It's a very nice play this week. I'm going to put him tier 1 just because the numbers are electric, but I don't know how long-term fab I would use on it. So I'm going to put him as my number 6 grab of the week. Heading down. So this is going to be a 3-fer, guys, right here. Frank Reich has now said that they don't know the Bryce Young update. It doesn't look like he's going to go yet. I mean, nothing's official. This is just day one, right? We're moving to Tuesday here. So don't know much about it yet. But Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle Rocket, just opened up the Panthers offense like no one thought was going to happen. Honestly, I would play him if I were the Panthers. 364 yards passing. Adam Thielen had 27 fantasy points. Targets through the roof. DJ Shark had 18. Guys, DJ Shark has always been a good football player. He just never stays healthy. And now they get the Minnesota Vikings, who are second worst versus the pass this season. All three of these, like Andy Dalton's gonna be my favorite DFS play. Thielen is wide receiver 2 startable. DJ Shark is flexible. All three of these guys in this matchup, I love. These are all smash plays for me this week. It will be on Twitter and stuff like that. But it is the Panthers, so I'm like tempering there. I don't know how long it's going to last or Bryce Young come back, so I'm not putting them like higher than guys that, season-long value are worth more. Number 9 at tier 2 is going to be Roschon Johnson. Now, I mean, in most of my 12-man leagues, Roschon Johnson's not on the wire and shouldn't be if your league is competitive. But if he still is out there and available, it looks like he's taking the job. It was just a 56-44. Roschon finally took the lead in the snap share over Khalil Herbert. And Khalil Herbert and the Bears, they look terrible. That's the only problem. Like, do I even want to like start? Is he startable? Like they're so bad. I'm going to put him up there just because if his snap percentage keeps going up, but man, the Bears are so bad. Like Justin Fields may lose his job. It's very tough for me to put Bears up here, but I like Roschon Johnson a lot, so I'm going to leave him at 9 or at 10. 2, 4, 6. Yeah. Okay. Tier 3. Now, this is if Christian Watson doesn't play ad right here. Romeo Doubs has been absolutely balling, but I feel like this is going to be a Christian Watson game if he plays versus Detroit. Like, he hasn't been out there. The hammy's been bothering him. The update is he didn't practice on Monday, though, and the game's on Thursday. So we don't really know yet, but if he is out versus Detroit, Romeo Doubs is a must-flex play. This guy has 3 touchdowns already on the season. Big body, win the one-on-one red zone. Looks way better than his rookie year. This should be I would move him up to tier 2 at the end right here if I knew the Christian Watson update, but I don't yet. So I'm going to leave him at tier 3. Another tier 3 ad, which I told you last week, and I still see him on some of these wires, which is crazy to me, is Jake Ferguson. So at a position where everyone struggles, I mean, no one can predict the tight end position at all. I don't care who you're watching, what it is. It's Travis Kelce and no one else, like every year. It's just like a roller coaster wheel of guesses. I mean, Sam Laporta dropped 20 last week. Like, come on. And Mark Andrews had 5 against the weakest defense versus tight end. So Jake Ferguson, snap share keeps going up weekly. His target rate is 32.4%. That is number 4 for tight ends. Targets are 18. That's number 7. Target share is 18.4. It's number 8. All his numbers are exactly what I thought they would be with Dak Prescott, who loves his tight ends. If he's still on your wire, this is a startable tight end weekly now. I mean, Schoonmaker is nowhere to be found. This is Jake Ferguson's job, and this is Dak's go-to security blanket. Now, the rest of these guys are all going to make the sleeper list. Melvin Gordon. I couldn't find a profile pic, so I had to cut out a Baltimore Ravens one because I don't have one. So, Melvin Gordon, we don't know, Gus Edwards concussion protocol, Justice Hill with the injury. We don't know what is going to happen, but they brought up Kenyon Drake, and Melvin Gordon got the work, guys. He got the job, or not got the job, but he got the job given to him, through injuries and stuff. He was getting pass plays, run plays. I think he played 38 snaps, off the practice squad. And if he gets the full go, Melvin Gordon could be a flexible running back if you have injuries or whatever it is, or, bye weeks aren't there yet, but bye weeks are coming next week. But so Melvin Gordon, sleeper to think about, like 6% fab. I don't know, not that much. It's a short buy, but I mean, what if it's the long-term running back? We don't know with the Baltimore Ravens. You never know with the Ravens. So Melvin Gordon is a very nice ad right now, or a sleeper ad. Number 2, the Broncos, man. Marvin Mims, it is time to let this guy fly. 2 touchdowns in week 2, returns a kick for a touchdown in week 3. Still not getting the playing time. The Broncos are in shambles. Sean Payton's press game conference after dropping 70 was priceless, or getting 70 dropped on him was priceless. It's time to move on from Sutton and let Marvin Mims and Judy fly. I mean, they're missing Greg Dulcich too. Like, the tight end position is shambles. I mean, the Broncos. This is like the Bears talk right here, right? Like, he doesn't, they're so bad. The volume should be there passing wise. It's worse for Roschon as a running back, but I like Marvin Mims as sleeper number 2. So, sleeper number 3 here. Had a terrible matchup last week, guys. He went up against Sauce Gardner. So, this is why no one is talking about Devontae Parker. But week 2, coming off his injury, he played every single snap, 100%. Week 3 versus Jets, played 91%. That is unbelievable numbers for a guy that's on your wire. I mean, Devontae Parker got tossed last week, so of course he's going to have a bad game right there. So no one knows about it. Right now, this is a sneak value play right here where I don't know if he's startable unless you're really like deep league or hurt, but he's always that deep threat to catch a touchdown. He's a jump ball guy. I like him as my sleeper number 3. Kendre Miller disappointed me last week a ton. I'll put him at sleeper number 4. I know Kamara comes back. The Saints running back room, so as a running back total through 3 weeks now, they're averaging, just the running back room is 37 yards a game. You want nothing to do with these Saints running backs right now at the moment. This is a complete stash play, or, if you're a dynasty, obviously he's taken, but keeper, whatever it is, if you had drafted him, hold on to him. But, it's very tough. But if it stays like this, they might as well just turn to the rookie. So this is a stash play for me, 100%. Last but not least, Leonard Fournette. This guy's still not signed. But, think about this. The Ravens went Melvin Gordon and Drake London over Leonard Fournette. The Browns went Kareem Hunt. We don't know, and what injuries are coming, and this could be tons. So Leonard Fournette, still a great pass catching back. Caught so many balls last year to not be signed right now. It's either like he's out of shape in camp or just maybe done, but still a name that I would be paying attention to, especially if you're in a competitive league and have like an open spot where it's nothing. Leonard Fournette would be a nice grab for me. That is it for my waiver wires tiers list, guys. As always, if you like the content, like and subscribe, help your boy out. I will be doing my quarterback tiers, running back tiers, wide receiver tiers, tight end tiers. Try to get them all out today. It's a lot. And then tomorrow will be my stardom sit-ems. And I'll try and do some live streams here later with, rankings up and everything, and talk, trade talk, whatever it is, fantasy talk, whatever it is. And if you guys have any comments, drop them below. Thanks for watching, guys. And I'll catch you in the next one, man. Peace.